was intervention in Vietnam, repeatedly described communism as fundamentally opposed to Christianity.
Bro, if you read church history, for the first few hundred years of Christianity, they were extreme pacifists. They taught that to be involved in the military was to be unchristian. You were not allowed to join the military if you were a Christian. And if you became a Christian while you were in the military, as soon as your obligations were over, you no longer had to be in it. You were expected to leave the military because those two things were not synonymous with the teachings of the first few hundred years of Christianity. They're not synonymous with what Jesus taught. Jesus literally taught, pray for your enemies, right? And there, Charlie Kirk talking about those fucking Muslims. What? Pray for your enemies. Turn other cheeks. Do not resist an evil. This is what Jesus taught.
Freedom even encouraging American leaders to stay the course.
Only a couple of years ago, these young men would have been advanced to go with patriotism into them. They love their country. Now they right their minds and their beliefs.
It's the American war is being sold as necessary acts of virtue, whether it's being justified through administering or administering God. And we see even more of this after the September 11th, 2001 attacks, as President George W. Bush will make a global fight for freedom against the militant axis of evil. America was at war with Islam. Some U.S. military and political figures cast the war on terror in friendly spiritual terms. Lieutenant General William Jerry Boykin, a Defense Department official, publicly described the post 9/11 conflict as a confrontation between Judeo-Christian civilization and Satan.
How long is this war going to keep going? How long are people going to continue to be fooled by this rhetoric? Right? When politicians use spiritual language, get you to give them all of your fucking money, and to be rude to other people, and to allow your son to be killed in war. How long is this going to work? It's been a while now. It's been going on for a time now. You don't think it's about time we get over that shit?
Well, our God is more powerful than the victor in the end. So we need to remember that. Listen, I would say one thing about the whole issue of this. When the president says it's a religion of peace, he's made two serious mistakes. Either unmanly or living the deception.
I don't know why I was just joking.
There's just three are peace within Islam, and two is it's not a religion. It's a totalitarian way of life with a religious agenda. That's the fundamental problem in America with dealing with Islam. We still treat it as if it's protected by the First Amendment.
But this is literally any criticism you can level at Islam, you can find that same shit in the Bible. It's all over Christian history. It's all over the Bible because, like I said, the first few hundred years of Christianity, very anti-war, very anti any form of physical aggression. But then it was captured by Rome, and then utilized for Christianity started to be used to justify and conquest, and we could run in the same play ever since.
Your daughters will be raped and your sons beheaded. Let's stop it once and for all.
Again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them. And what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Williams is out there with Kenrich Williams. Then it's Mitchell. Then there's Isaiah Joe. And it's Dort in at the three spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Here's Murphy. And another three for Las Vegas.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Pass to Dort. LDB, something that never seems to go away during the season is chatter about trades.
And Kevin, what makes this so interesting is that very often fans of this league are as interested in trades, who's coming and going, as they are in the results of their team. It's a little intrigue that everybody wants a piece of.
That's good by Mitchell.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Here's Saroff, covered by Mitchell, launches it. Saroff can't hit. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Mitchell right side, and then Mitchell hit the dunk.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Walker in the corner. Las Vegas again missing. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Thunder. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Misses the J after tricking the D with the nifty pass fake. Las Vegas has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Here's Williams. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
Those block shot numbers are big as well, guys, sending a clear message. We are not going to be scored on easily.
Richard, defended by Dort. 6 to shoot. Richard lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Oklahoma City has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. That's good by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 9 points now in just the second half.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Saroff, covered by Mitchell. Shots good by Miller.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc. I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Miller, no luck.
No one in his way. You have got to make the defense pay. That's a quality mid-range look right there.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
A rebound by Mitchell. Thunder have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. And Torch gets it to go.
Nice job by Lou Dort to make his way to the corner and then make the shot.
Las Vegas has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Richard. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Here's Miller. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Here's Joe. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Well, Las Vegas shooting 41% for the game. Down low, here's Malawatch. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Man, you lay that pass out there just like a great quarterback. Let your teammate run to it.
Here's Mitchell. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Mitchell's got 8 points in the quarter.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Here's the screen. Misses the 3.
Gosh, it feels like he's pressing a little bit, and obviously playing from behind doesn't help.
Joe, good.
Boy, he's been so efficient in this one. That helps your team in so many ways when you can put it in the basket.
Here's Saroff. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
Boy, he just doesn't have it here tonight, and it's had a ripple effect on this team.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
This has been very common in the station of absolute. That must be utterly and you know, to say that reference in 2020.
And one of our featured players tonight earns our player of the game, Chet Holmgren.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He showed leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And it's Wiggins with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Pass to Caruso. Good on the three-point shot.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off of...
Secretary has that also means justification.
Out to the wing. Here's McNeely. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And it's Wiggins missing. So it's Las Vegas now. Pass to Berenger. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Oklahoma City's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Back to Wiggins. TB1 complain about the review process. The longer the review, the more it disrupts the flow of the game.
That's exactly right, Kevin. You have the best athletes in the world competing at the highest level, and then all of a sudden it stops. And if the duration is too long, it takes the players out of rhythm. It drives the viewers at home crazy. This is something that us television people can go absolutely nuts about.
Oklahoma City shooting so well, the offensive execution has been brilliant. 66% from the field. Well, Las Vegas
on behalf of or in support of Israel's desires.
Shooting has been dreadful lately, around 28% here in the fourth.
Like they would think it's insane, for instance, if we went over on behalf of literally
Pass to GgNoRaGe. And play stops as it looks like they call over the back here.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Now, they like to fly in at the last moment rather than establish position early.
And Oklahoma City making a change. Dort's checked in, and that one's good. Caruso.
Boy, Caruso off the bounce. That is a tough-looking move.
McCain against Mitchell. Let's go. McCain's shot is off. And so here is Oklahoma City. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Like a fierce two-hander. For three. And he's good on the three ball.
Boy, on the perimeter, you have to stay connected to this guy. He's such a good shooter.
The steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Greg, one thing that doesn't show up in the box, and maybe should, screen assists. They're a big part of the game.
Without question. I mean, the art of setting a great screen, I think, is underappreciated. Giving those guys their just due with the screen assist on a made bucket is, I'm fine with that.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Kenrich Williams. He's checked in for Aaron Wiggins. And it's DeLon Wright in for Alex Caruso.
Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
It amazes me how quickly you can change ends. You've got to be prepared to sprint the floor.
1:35 left to play in the final quarter. No good with the triple. Oklahoma City shooting has been just fantastic, around 65% tonight, getting exactly what they want when they want it. Williams has a screen for Dort. Outside Williams. Cans it from downtown. Williams has got 10 points here in the second half.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Thunder.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Chet Holmgren.
The aspect of his game that stood out to me was his work on the glass. He was absolutely relentless.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
And they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
McCain against And the foul called on Jared McCain. That's his third foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
And the Thunder with the possession here. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had...
With a problem, fucking Reds, the money machine, no way. Right? Thinking about that little dinner date she got lined up with JD next week. She just.
In what ways have you grown closer to Jesus?
I serve a righteous God. And that is why we say our prayers. We are all his children.
That's a nightmare fuel right there, bro. That shit's scary.
But when I say children, I mean with the holy, blessed Trinity, which is what I hold the Bible.
Sweet cream foam chai ice matcha and Fella water, all organic. Yes, everything organic. The devil horns. She really do be hitting this shit though, bro. I ain't gonna go.